right, for today's assignment today, what I would like you guys to do is head to your Unit 2 folder, and there's an assignment right here that I'd like you to open, and it is going to take you to a page that looks like this. You're basically going to find a picture today and copy and paste it or save it and upload it to this page. Then you're going to submit the assignment. So what I need you guys to do is find a picture of a person that you want to draw. So I chose Bob Ross. So I went to Google, I typed in Bob Ross. But there's a couple of things that I need to have when I'm looking. First of all, I need a picture of just his face. The closer to the face, the better. If it is too far away and you have a full body or something like that, it's going to be too hard for you to try to draw. Just trust me. You want an up close face if possible. Okay, so here's all my options for Bob Ross. I also need this to be a large image so that when I print it, it's not pixelated. So I'm going to go to Tools. I'm going to make sure it usually says size here. I'm going to go and make sure that it says large for the size, and then I can start looking. Now, if you're having trouble finding a picture of a person, you can also do things like add the word portrait. And that'll help you. Whoops, I didn't spell portrait right. That's not going to help me at all. I can do things like put portrait in there if I'm having trouble finding something. Am I still on large? I am not. So I got to go back and make sure I'm large. And I'm looking at these. Now, I need a photograph of Bob Ross. So I need it to look like somebody took the picture, not a drawing of Bob Ross, not a painting of Bob Ross, a photograph of Bob Ross. Now, when I click on the image, when I scroll over it, this little number in the lower left-hand corner has to say at least 1,000 by 1,000. So this one says 1,200 by 900. First number's okay, second isn't. I should not use it. I am going to have to keep looking. So I'll just keep looking until I find a picture. Things are getting silly. I'm going to take portrait out of here. Just go back to my Bob Ross page because that wasn't helping me. And I'm going to find a picture that is the right side. Now look at this one. This one is more than 1,000 by 1,000, so that's fine. So I'm going to right click. You can copy and paste it by right clicking on your mouse pad. To right click, you separate your two fingers and touch the mouse pad rather than having the fingers together. If you just want to save the image and upload it, that's fine too. But you're going to go to that assignment and you're going to paste it in there. Now, you don't need these instructions anymore. Go ahead and delete them. They just tell you that it's due and to put it in there. And now I have to make sure when I preview this, when I go to print this, you're going to see that I'm going to get all this white space around it. And I got to get rid of that. So I'm going to cancel this. And here's how I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to go to File, and then I'm going to go all the way down to Page Setup. Now, if your portrait, the picture that you find is taller, than it is wide, leave it at portrait. But if you found a picture that's like longer than it is tall, you can switch it to landscape. My picture's pretty much a square, so it doesn't matter. I'm just going to leave it as portrait. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these margins out and make them all 0. And then I'm going to hit OK. Now that's going to bounce them up to the top right-hand corner. And I am going to, when I stretch this out, always grab by a corner to stretch because that'll stretch your length and your width together. If you stretch it by the center thing, he'll get really elongated and weird, so you don't want that. So now I'm going to hit the print again. Now you guys aren't attached to a printer, but I like to do a print preview because it shows me what it's going to look like on the paper. Now my image goes from corner to corner. I have a little white strip down here, can't do much about it. So I'm going to cancel that and I can submit the assignment here. Now, if you want to get closer to the face, you can also use the crop tool, which is here. Then you get these black lines. And I could be like, all right, I got too much of Bob Ross's body. I'm going to grab the black lines. I'm going to come in closer, hit enter. Now I've got more of his face. That's even better. Stretch it again. And he's starting to get a little pixelated there. So maybe that's too much of a crop. And I can kind of go back and play with that. So I'm going to hit the print preview, see what that looks like. Size would be good, might be a little bit pixelated, but it sure does fill that space all the way from edge to edge. So play with that. Make sure that your assignment is done and